welcome to Colourful in the post-truth apocalypse. I'm Ben, as always, I'm hanging out with Mike.
Hello.
Claire.
Hey.
And Pete.
Hello.
This week is a movie episode. We did the Tomorrow War movie special. I told everyone we were watching Zulu, and then sprung this on them at the last minute.
Hey!
One day I won't bluff.
Oh shit. Not looking forward to that day.
My favourite Christmas movie.
I'll be sick that day. Sorry, I've got toothache, I can't come.
It's not a Christmas movie.
Of course it's a Christmas movie. I watch it at Christmas, and there's a bunch of blokes in red and white bringing the gift of British civilization.
Alright, argument one. Definitely a Christmas movie.
Yeah, would anyone like to guess the rating for the Tomorrow War? Released in 2021. Impacted by COVID, this movie.
So we're talking IMDb rating. Yeah?
IMDb rating.
What IMDb gave it? 5.2 or something lame like that.
Higher than that.
Oh, it was,
Yeah.
but I bet it wasn't what...
I'm going 6.8.
Oh, you're very close.
6.6.
You know already.
See, I think
I
it's worth
disagree
more.
with a 6.6.
It's worth more than that,
Yeah,
definitely.
7.1 for me.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7.1.
It's minimum in the sevens, isn't it?
Yeah. Starring Chris Pratt as Dan Forrester, the main character, Yvonne Strahovski as Colonel Murray Forrester, J.K. Simmons, who I think is great in this film, the old guy with the beard, his dad.
Yeah.
He's great at everything, to be fair, J.K. Simmons.
I was going to say, I can't think of anything I've seen him in and gone, well, that was a shit performance.
Yeah.
He always has the same performance, but you love it every
You know what?
time.
His best for me is the newspaper guy in Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic in that.
Good actors in this, and
Yeah, there's decent actors. Betty Gilpin as Emmy Forrester, Sam Richardson as Charlie. Yeah, we can go on. Edwin Hodges Dorian. It's a decent movie. It hasn't got. I wouldn't say it's got a well-known cast apart from the main stars, but certainly
couple
they do a
of
good job.
well-knowns.
they do a good enough job for what. And this for me is a pretty fucking basic. If you release this movie in the early '90s, it'd be better because you'd just be like, wow, well, this is just. It's a good solid action movie that knows it's a good solid action movie. It's not trying to bedazzle me with bollocks. It's cool. There's explosions. There's aliens. There's time travel. I'm in. We won't be bringing you the viewing ratings this week because SoundCloud has an issue with what are we calling it? With the stats. The stats. There's some discrepancies with the stats.
Basically, no one's listened. No, that's what it's telling us. Like nobody's listened from anywhere in the world.
No, we released an episode and then it never seemed to release, and then we had to re-release it, and so
There's been some cock-ups.
there's
basically.
we are at home to Mr. Cock-Up this week.
not on our
Not on our part, no. From SoundCloud, who we do pay, so we should probably slap them around a little bit and ask for some compensation. So yeah, we won't be doing that, but you can follow us on Facebook at Cutting to the Bull in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. YouTube is Apocalypse Bull, and SoundCloud and Spotify and all your other podcasting platforms are Cutting to the Bull in the PTA. Right, let's crack on with this movie.
Yeah.
Can I start with, does anyone know what it was going to be called before it was called the Tomorrow War?
Oh, cack, I did see this and I can't remember what it was.
Ghost Draft.
Ghost Draft.
No, I kind of like that.
I kind of like it, but I don't think it fits the film.
No, of course it does. Every single person that gets drafted.
It gets
No.
ghosted.
No.
Is a
it's
ghost?
dead.
Yeah.
No, it's dead.
yeah.
They're dead in that time period, aren't they?
Mm.
Bit of a spoiler alert for about half an hour into the film, but still.
And some other names that it was going to be called.
Oh, go on.
It's quite a list. Generation Alien.
No.
World
Lame.
War A.
Lame.
Too much like World War's dead, yeah.
Generation Gone. That's not too bad.
It's better than the other
If it was
two.
a more serious film,
Mm.
then Generation Gone.
Yeah. Saving Private Ryan Alien.
Ah, that's
No.
terrible.
That's just a joke, isn't it?
That one's a joke, yeah.
Horizon White Spike.
No.
Jurassic Draft.
No.
That one doesn't even make
No, it
sense.
doesn't, does it? Generation Draft.
No.
No.
Alien Dawn.
No.
Maybe.
Rapture Dawn.
No.
Apocalypse Dawn.
A lot of Dawn things going on here, isn't there?
Hero Dawn.
Yeah, that's stuff. Alright, I'm done.
Destiny War. Or Saving Tomorrow.
Destiny War.
Saving Tomorrow.
Saving Tomorrow, maybe.
Destiny War and
I
the
think-
first one were good.
I think they went with the right choice.
Yeah, sums it up
Hmm.
pretty well, doesn't it?
false start to this movie because we're thrown into the future, aren't we? Miami Beach. For some, another Dan Forrester, Chris Pratt, and a number of other soldiers fall from the sky amidst a devastated landscape. And yeah, Miami's on fire, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just a bit.
It's a wasteland.
It's a hell of an opening. They're just falling, and you're just like, and some people are just crashing into buildings.
Yeah.
You're like, what's going on with these people?
Or just dropping off the side, breaking their legs on the fucking edge of the
Yeah.
pool, and you're like, well, that's no good.
Brutal.
He lands in the pool, though, among some other people who continue falling from what we assume is some kind of portal. And we jump back 28 years earlier to December 2022. Did I mention this film got panned by COVID, basically?
Yeah.
Spent 200 million quid on this film, the
Yeah.
studio did.
It was going to be released in cinemas, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
they sold it to Amazon for 200 million.
Got their money back, basically.
Yeah.
28 years back to December 2022, Dan is a biology teacher that lives with his wife Emmy and daughter Muri. At a Christmas party, Dan is waiting to hear back about a job at a research institute, and he gets a phone call informing they've picked someone else for the position. He was a squad leader in Iraq, it's like a special operations guy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So that makes him, he's pretty hard.
He knows his way around a battlefield, if nothing else.
That's it. But they pick someone else because they say, you haven't got any leadership. And he's like, I've had squad missions in Iraq. What else do you want? And I'm like, no, not what we're looking for. Which is like every fucking job you ever go for. We want experience. I got some. It's not the right kind.
You can't get experience without being given a chance, can you?
That's the catch-22, isn't it? So he goes back inside to watch the World Cup with his family. I think Brazil are playing. Can't remember who they're playing.
Can't tell.
You can't tell, that's right.
But it's 3-3, the score is, when the event happens.
Could be any Brazil time. No, Brazil 2022. Where was the World Cup in 2022?
Qatar,
Oh, so it was.
and it was 3-3, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
Argentina and France.
that's right. Oh my God, this film's predicting the future.
Well, no, they predicted Brazil.
Yeah.
It wasn't, it was Argentina, but yeah. Close.
So as they're watching the game, a fucking massive portal opens up, and a bunch of heavily armed people appear through it, and everyone's probably thinking, "Fuck me, it's terrorists." At that point,
But, you know what I was thinking? They've done it perfectly. Perfect place to do it.
yeah.
It's the biggest watched event in the
Biggest
world.
stage, isn't it? Definitely.
I mean, how many people are watching the World Cup
There's
final
like
worldwide?
2 or 3 billion, isn't
Yeah,
it?
something
Yeah.
ridiculous like that.
Certainly a decent percentage of
Yeah.
the
So
population.
if you want to get everyone's attention, that is the time to do it.
Yeah.
They picked the perfect time, I think.
Oh, totally. Obviously, it confuses the shit out of everybody. The female soldier, Lieutenant Hart, played by Josephine Matthews, announces to everyone that in 30 years' time from that moment, humanity will be wiped from the face of the earth due to an overwhelming alien invasion. I like the line she says there. She's like, we're losing the war and the enemy's not human, and you're like, oh, that's spicy.
I'm in.
Sign me up. No, wait. Tell me more. And the hope is they can recruit anyone they can to jump to the future and prevent humanity's extinction.
Let me just pick out. You tell me more. You wouldn't. She's from the future. She knows what the fuck's going to go on. So, like, whether you go tell me more or they're losing. So you've got to be all in.
Yeah, but I want to know what I'm fighting. So if it's like Greys, well, that's fine. I can kick one of them. I can punch it in his massive head. That's fine. But the aliens that they're fighting against, they're not so like, innocent looking, so shitty looking. So I could take him in a fight. I can't take one of these things hand to hand.
No,
Don't think anyone can.
but we have to try if we did get it.
So you signing up immediately, are you, Claire?
Pretty much, because I'm like, I'm all in for humanity. She's just said.
You might not be eligible.
Oh right, but I'd still be
Depends
like.
whether you're dead at that time or not.
Oh, right.
If you're dead at that time, that makes you eligible,
Right.
pretty much.
It's a bit of a shit though, and it's like, yeah, you're going to die in 10 years, but, why not die now? Go on. Sign up. You can die in a week instead.
Yeah, you get a 7-day draft, don't you? So you go for 7 days, and first of all they send the militaries of the world, don't they? Okay, you're all soldiers, off you pop, and not many of them, 30% of them come back.
And they don't come back normal, do they?
No, they're all heavily traumatised,
Or
massive
disabled.
or
Or
disabled,
injured, yeah.
massive PTSD.
The 70% didn't return at all because they were all deaded.
Yeah, that's going to sap morale a bit.
just a touch. So after they sent all the military, they're like, well, okay, we're going to start to draft civilians here. Who's going willingly? If
Me.
Claire.
I wouldn't have a choice. You wouldn't have a choice anyway.
No, that's true. But
Both served and passed basic training.
But if they'd recruited us 10 years ago, I'd be more thrilled about the prospect.
Yes.
You know, or slightly less concerned about the prospect if you'd told me 10 years ago when I was a bit fitter and younger.
Not quite butter ready now, are you?
Exactly, not quite up to spec
You
at the
don't have
moment.
much training either, do you?
Well, I've got enough.
No, I mean in this.
Oh.
You get a week's sort of boot camp, don't you?
A week's boot camp. Every 7 days, the aliens retreat, and they call it the Sabbath, and that's when they're able to ship stuff in. People, supplies, whatever, really, isn't it?
They don't fight on a Sunday, basically.
They're Jewish.
You know what?
Is
At
that
least you get
Saturday, isn't it? The Sabbath.
Saturday's a Sabbath, but at least you get a lie in on a Sunday.
1 day of rest.
Yeah, at least you get a lie in. That's imperative for morale. If I don't get my Sunday lie in, I'm not so interested. I'm going to be really cranky Monday morning when they do start attacking. Otherwise, you might be good for them not to let me have that lie in.
Dan gets called to draft.
Dan gets called to draft, but a year later, after people are going and fighting and dying and not coming back, there's loads of riots and anti-war protests. And for some reason, people are like, "This isn't our war." You're like, "Well, it kind of is."
Definitely is.
Technically, it's not. Not theirs personally.
What?
Yeah, but
If they die before that date,
Yeah.
then it isn't their war, is it?
But you're still asking someone to forgo 10 years of life experience to go and maybe die horribly or come back in a ridiculous fucking...
Yeah, it's a shit proposition, isn't it? It's a
Yeah.
shit situation that humanity's found itself in. I guess, for the good of the species, you got to go, haven't you?
Well, yeah, like you got to, put everything to one side and just be like,
You know
This
you're
is
going to be
humanity,
fucking
innit?
human cannon fodder.
The way they do send them, though, like 7 days training, here you go, here's a weapon, this is how you fire it.
Here's how you use it. Go on.
Aim for the stomach and the throat.
But Dan doesn't get 7 days, does he?
No, he doesn't.
No, they're shipped out almost instantly, aren't they? Because there's a cock up.
Yeah.
Something's going
They're
down.
attacking the time machine, aren't they, or something?
The base, yeah, it's sort of like an oil rig, isn't it? But we'll get to that. But yeah, hope for the future's dwindling in the present because like people are going and not coming back. Thousands of people are not coming back. And if you do get drafted, it's virtually a death sentence. So what's the fucking point? And in 30 years' time, you're going to have to fight the damn war anyway.
But aren't you fucking up the timeline? They're sending people into the future, they're dying, they're not going to live in their lives, they're not having kids or whatever.
yeah, you're going to be reducing the population.
So you're going to be, you can be reducing your, even though you're sending people into the future, as soon as they
You
die,
might
people
find
are going to
The
disappear.
criteria, they'd have been strict on it, wouldn't they? If you've had a child after this time, you're not going.
We only get
Things
told
like
it's
that.
because of the death thing, but maybe it's more.
They probably look at a few different things, right? He has children in 2 years' time, so that's going to affect the future. We cannot use him.
Yeah, not for 2 years.
He's a Jaffa, he can go.
That's somebody that's impotent, by the way.
No, not impotent.
Okay.
Firing blanks, aren't
Yeah,
they?
firing blanks.
They're not fertile.
Jaffa's an origin,
Infertile,
seedless,
then.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, got infertile.
Yeah.
So Dan is called to the draft because it turns out that he dies in 2030. And so he gets a nice little thing stuck to his arm.
That looks painful.
Does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He's given 24 hours to settle his affairs.
That's a shitter. His
Better
missus...
than no time to settle your affairs.
Well, I know, but basically this thing stops... If you go off the grid, you decide, I'm going to ditch this and fuck off. They'll take your spouse instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Or your
kids.
next of kin.
Or your next of kin. So it's like, well, that's a bit... But if you, I know, I did hear in the movie, if you come back or you die, then your family gets $1 million.
Yeah.
Which is something.
Mm-hmm.
At least they're set up, aren't they?
Yeah.
So the only person he can go to potentially get this thing off is his dad, James, played by J.K. Simmons, who was a crazy Vietnam vet that left the family, went off the grid, and presumably works as some kind of mercenary now, or has done, because he seems quite tooled up for an OAP.
Yeah, he's definitely well equipped.
He's definitely been doing some kind of mercenary work.
It's like one of those very typical backwater garages you go to that's like got guns on the wall, half bits of broken or being built motorbikes and grease and oil all over the place, and I don't know, an ashtray with a big cigar stump smoking away. It's very typical. It's that, isn't it? Very stereotypical of that.
It almost reminds me of like a less buff Sylvester Stallone in The Expendables. Like just running a group of mercenaries out of his garage kind of thing.
I think that's exactly what they were going for.
I tell you, I'll give J.K. Simmons his due in this. He got fucking shredded for this movie. He was in shape, and he's an old dude.
Yeah.
He goes to ask his dad for help, but then he has a bit of that relationship is not a good one, and he ends up going, "Oh, you know what? Screw it. I don't want your help. I never wanted it anyway."
He abandoned him and his
Yeah.
mother.
You'll never see my daughter. Stop sending Christmas cards to the house. You know.
So because he couldn't get over the thing with his dad, he's decided he's going to go and go to the future and fight these aliens.
And he's probably thinking, "Fuck it, I was a special operations squad leader in Iraq. I've got a decent chance of coming back
Yeah,
here."
yeah.
You've got to sort of be thinking that, haven't you? Well, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I've watched enough war films, I'll be alright. I fired a gun once. And
When you're a
basic
cadet.
training, yeah.
So Dan reports the draft where he meets other people like Charlie, Dorian, Nora, and Coan. Coan, how'd you say his name? Coan? Coan, we'll go with Coan. And the draftees are told about the process of time jumping and the plan for their mission. Charlie tells Dan there to send people back who died before the war to avoid a paradox, while also noting Dorian jumped back after killing an alien, which they refer to as White Spikes. This is where we first get the name. There's always a dude with a fucking claw around his neck, and the Starship Troopers, or the black dude in that, who doesn't give a shit about dying, has the claw around his neck. This movie does borrow from several tropes.
Oh,
yeah.
Definitely.
You know?
Very little originality in it.
No, there isn't.
But it's stuff we like.
Yeah.
So that's fine. It doesn't, it's not going to win any awards.
No.
That's why I've given it a 7.1. It's a decent, solid film.
It knows what it is.
Yeah.
It's a big dumb action movie.
Yeah.
It knows
Silly,
exactly-
It doesn't try and pretend to be what it's not, does it?
No.
It's quite blatant about
There's
it.
some major plot holes in it. I mean, why bother sending people back to the future anyway? You know these aliens are going to pop up at some point in Russia. Just wait for the day and just send the whole world's
all
armies.
the world's armies just surround this fucking place.
And when they come out, just blast them to shit. Or
Just nuke the
it,
fucking
yeah.
site.
It's in the middle of nowhere, just nuke it.
Yeah, that's it. They didn't need to do that at all, did they? They could have just gone down and said, "Yeah, right. We know that they came from here. Go and sort it out for us, please, before they come up."
Yeah,
Cheers, mate.
that's it. That's all they had to do. But no one thought of that.
Yeah.
To be fair, they were down to like 500,000 people.
But still.
Yeah, but out of those, you can imagine the 500,000 people that managed to survive must have been just fucking hard ex-fucking
Hard as
grunts.
fucking nails, aren't they?
Hard ex-grunts or something. Normally not the brightest.
Well, no, you think someone in this time would go, when did they turn up? Oh, 2038,
2048.
2048. All right then. Well, where'd they first appear? Somewhere in backwards Russia. Okay.
We'll sort that for you then, no worries.
Yeah, no worries. We'll see you in a bit.
The end. Yeah, it wouldn't make for a fun movie, but...
No.
Yeah, there is that, I suppose, yeah.
But and also you're like, well, okay, let's just send back a shit ton of our best technology weapons to them.
Well, that's another thing. The weapons in the future are the same.
Yeah, but you had a bit of a chat about this, didn't you? So how far are we in the future?
30 years.
30 years. Now, 30 years ago, you're still using the M4, the M16. You're still using similar weapons to what you've got now.
You think with AI and everything, you'd have much better stuff, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I guess. AI wasn't really as big as it was in 2021, though.
No, but it will be in 2051.
Well, they didn't know that when they made the film.
You can extrapolate, can't you?
Well, I guess so. I mean, no one's got phased plasma rifles or nothing, I guess. Would have come in handy, though. But I guess it as
Don't
well.
think too hard about
No,
this film. It's
can't
good.
think too
Yeah.
hard. Right, like Marvel said in Endgame, it's time travel. Don't overthink it. Yeah, the Hulk says that. I'm sure he does. Don't overthink it. It's time travel. We're not going to. The problem is that the alarm goes off and they don't get any time to prepare, and the draftees are alerted to pass through the jump link into the future, where they will end up on Miami Beach. Things go wrong because this is where we come back to the start of the movie. Everyone's just dropping out the fucking sky into someone's pool.
Yep.
Or off the building.
Not good.
No.
Yeah, they have a slight glitch, don't they, on the way in, and that's it. Oh shit, we got the coordinates wrong, or something like that, wasn't it? The woman says. And
Damn
Just
it!
as they're going through. Oh, you don't want to hear that, do you?
Damn it, Carl!
But it's like, yeah, you couldn't have got it in a worse place, could they? Because they
No.
were all wanting to land. I'm guessing, like, just in the shallows of the water would be the
On
perfect.
the beach, yeah.
On the beach in the shallows of the water, so that'd be the perfect place, wouldn't it? Something to break your fall, because it's a 12-foot drop, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what they
Yeah.
said. It's 12 foot, and you can easily fucking hurt yourself from 12
Yeah.
foot. So yeah, you'd want to land on nice soft sand.
It would hurt. It would help.
Certainly not the corner of a fucking skyscraper.
So it goes wrong. Now Dan gets his radio through. The message comes through from Romeo Command and the Colonel, who informs the team the military has issued a blanket bombardment on the area to wipe out anything alive. Not good.
No.
They've got X amount of time to get in there, go to a research lab, find the personnel, find the shit they're working on, and get out before the bombs are dropped. Standard combat search and rescue mission. Simple as.
Yep.
Apart from the fact you've got white spikes. Who what?
And about 80% of the team sent down to do this is splattered on the floor.
Yeah. How to describe the white spikes?
Badass.
Yeah, they're white.
If
They
anybody's-
fire spikes out of their little tail things.
If anybody's played Baldur's Gate, you've got the cat, this like big cat thing with like extra big tentacle long things that stick out of its back. If you've played Baldur's Gate, you know what I'm talking about. So, a bit like that, but white and scarier.
Yeah,
They're
we're,
about 6 foot tall, aren't they? About
Yeah.
human size.
they're fairly bulletproof. The only weak spots are their stomach and their throat.
Massive fucking sharp teeth and
Yeah,
Big heads, big
Yeah.
teeth.
we're food for them. That's it, aren't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah.
We are food.
And they got a shooter at their mouth and their tail, and they can just shoot loads, can't they? They could just, you
they,
know.
they can shoot at their mouth.
No.
Tail
They've got
things
two-
they can.
They've got two, haven't they?
They got the
Yeah.
two like weird taily things that they've got that shoot spikes.
Oh, right, okay. I knew it was coming from two places.
Are they bone, them spikes?
I'm guessing so,
It's
yeah.
kind of what it looks
Or like
isn't
hair.
it?
Like a rhinoceros.
Don't
I'm
know.
guessing it's some kind of bone of some description. I don't know.
It never says.
Goes
never
through body
mentions-
armour.
I'm just suggest. Yeah.
Never mentions, does it? It's fucking solid either way.
Yeah.
Because you see him all dug. Before you see any of the white spikes, you see spikes in the wall.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you see of the white spikes, and you're
Yeah.
thinking, "Oh, is that from the aliens?"
Splattered blood everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, they find the research team and they're all like just strung up, ready to be eaten.
Almost Predator style.
Yeah.
Predator style,
2.
yeah, very much so.
The first time they see one is that they go down the stairwell, aren't they?
Yeah, they've got what they need from the lab. They've got the trial stuff they're after, the data, all the chemicals they needed. They're on their way out, and as they're coming down the stairs, they start coming down from above, and these are just dragging people off the stairs, aren't they?
Yeah, they're beasts.
Oh, it's fucking crazy.
They're very, very dexterous as
Yeah.
well. 'Cause
Oh,
they've,
yeah.
They've got long limbs plus these extra limbs that shoot, but they can be used as extra limbs as well. They can
Yeah.
grapple things with them, and
Yeah, they're jumping off walls and shit.
yeah. So they've essentially got like 6 legs, but 2 upside down legs, kind of thing. They're pretty awesome, really.
I mean, the one guy, that Dorian, he's got it right. He's got a nice big 12 gauge repeating shotgun.
Yeah. Close up.
That's what.
fucking boom, boom.
Yeah, they ain't getting up after one of them to the head, and you've got more chance of hitting one, haven't you? Because it's buckshot.
Yeah.
Well, they realise that the best place at them is the belly, isn't it?
Yeah, but of course they've got to expose their belly.
Yeah.
That's your issue, isn't it?
And they're very good at, as soon as they're getting shot at, they use their body armour. They cover themselves up with with their arms and their back, like to make sure they're not getting hit in the belly.
But this is my point. You look at the weapons these guys drop with. Some of them have got like submachine guns. That's doing nothing. That's a pistol round. I want a nice big fucking SLR.
Might as well go in with a bow and arrow.
I want a big fucking an old battle rifle or something with a big ass full metal jacket round that's not going to stop.
I want a fucking elephant
That's exactly what I was going to say.
So you want your Barrett?
I want to go in with an elephant gun or a Barrett.
You want a 50 cal machine gun or you want a Barrett?
You're not going to be able to carry around a 50 cal machine gun,
Or a
realistically.
Barrett.
Yeah, you can carry around a Barrett.
Yeah, but firing one standing up accurately is going to be an issue.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, no. Yeah, but you'd be on the roof, wouldn't you, supporting?
Yeah, well, that's where I want my machine gun, in the back of a Humvee.
You want it mounted,
Well,
wouldn't
they do have them, don't they, on the
Yeah.
back of some of the Humvees that survive.
Now they do manage to kill some, and they get out into the street. They've got the stuff. They've got to meet the Humvees to get them out of there. That plan goes to shit because the white spikes just kill and eat those dudes.
Yeah, within seconds.
Yeah,
And then
they proper rugby tackle the Humvees and just knock the Humvees over and rip them all apart.
So there you go. There's a thing of the size. These things can shoulder charge a Humvee and knock it over. That's not good.
No.
They're like a small tank, aren't they?
Mm,
They really are.
very much so. Now a couple of the conscripts actually sort of dropped down through a tunnel by accident. And while Dan attempts to help him, the white spikes are closing in. So the two conscripts who are down there, Nora and Cohen, who are like this middle-aged woman and this like fat beardy bloke who looks like he spent all of his life behind a computer, go down in a blaze of fucking glory.
Yeah.
Because the bombs are going to drop. He's hurt his leg. She's like, felt some comradeship to him. He's like, fuck it, he's not dying alone. I'm going down there. I'll help him.
Always we're an asshole, Gorman.
She got shot.
Oh, she did. Yeah, she did.
She got shot with a spike, didn't she?
Yeah, you're right.
So she knew
But
she was-
go down in that blaze of glory.
Oh, they were definitely heroes, weren't they?
Yeah. Peter have his like sharp stick in his hand, his sharp metal pole.
Mate, they ain't fucking biting me.
Funny enough, you know, right at the end, you're actually proven right about that, and we'll get to it. I hate to admit it.
I told you. Fucking sure, fire away, my friend.
The military bomb the area. You know.
Proper bomb it as well, don't they? Ain't no little pussy bombings.
No, the only thing is, the only issue I have with that is it's the F-22s doing the bombing and they don't have a ground strike capability at the moment.
Yeah, but this is 30 years in the
Yeah,
future.
maybe they upgraded them.
30 years in the future, isn't it?
But the military nerd in me went, ha, that's not right.
Do you know what the military nerd in me did? When we're still flying then?
That's what I mean, yeah.
Actually, they're probably, well, they're going to retire them. Because they're not being used enough. They're ridiculously expensive. They're stealth. They've got the radar signature of a bumblebee from certain angles. They're the most lethal interceptor ever made, and no one wants to fuck with them. Everyone's just like, oh no, not touching that. So they're not about retiring them, or at least
Yeah,
putting
you'd
them on
think
in
in
reserve.
30 years we'd have something better.
Maybe. Yeah, it's true. But then again, I suppose all your airfields have been overrun. You've got to make do with what you got, haven't you?
Do you know what? They might not have even been that plane. What you might find is that plane, the aerodynamic shape that they've created is fucking amazing. You can't improve that much on that, surely. So you might find they are completely different planes, but they just look a lot like, because that's what aerodynamic gets to. It gets to some point where if you're trying to create more of aerodynamic, the only way to get better is to have nothing there at all. It's like,
Or maybe they back engineer the Tic Tac.
yeah.
I think they'd be using what they've got at that point.
Yeah.
You're on your arse, aren't you? So they might still find a B-52. That's what you'd want to do this job,
Damn
isn't it?
fucking right.
The buff. The big ugly fat fucker. That's that plane's nickname, it's
Is
great.
it?
Yeah. So, the surviving draftees wake up at a camp in the Dominican Republic, and Dan meets the colonel, who turns out to be his adult Muri, his daughter.
It says surviving draftees, there were only 3 of them, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's literally 3 of them.
Everyone else is dead.
She's got some estrangement towards Dan for going through with the draft, because in her reality, this kind of fucked their relationship up. In her timeline.
What did?
Him going there,
No.
Nah.
I always read it as that.
Nah, he
no.
left.
He left,
his mum.
but because of what happened in
Nah,
this.
it didn't happen in that timeline.
No.
This is the first time it was
No,
happening.
He
he's
left
dead
for
before,
some
wasn't he?
reason we don't know.
Yeah.
And
They
then a
never
few
went
years
over that.
later.
Never went over it, did they?
And a few years later, I think he died in a car crash.
Yeah.
He just got dissatisfied, didn't he, with his life
Yeah.
and just left, basically. I
Yeah,
think,
that was it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't realise what he had,
Yeah.
and he just kind of did that midlife crisis that some people do.
Mm.
Don't realise what they got and throw it all away over a whim. And that's what he did. Ruined his whole life. So she was very, very, very bitter towards him.
Yeah, but she did go on to be a top scientist.
Yeah, and he was very proud.
He was, bless him. She tells Dan that her team has located a female white spike whose physiology may be key in taking down the rest of the hive, because these things are like a hive. There's females, the males protect them. Like the alien queen in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the toxin she's developed works on the males, but the females have got an added little bit of ninja boost,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't work on them. And you've got to kill them, so otherwise they're going to keep reproducing, aren't they? So she goes with Dan. She's like, "Stay on the helicopter. You can't die here," kind of thing. And they go into these caves or these hives under the ground. They're abseiling in. They're trying to trank up the fucking mother alien.
Well, they've got her tied by ropes.
They've
haven't they?
got shrapnels in her. They're grappling hooks in
Yeah.
her. She's still kicking ass.
Yeah, it's not working.
It's not. Dan
She's
saves
a
the day,
badass.
obviously. Mainly because he sees there's a shit ton of them coming over the hill. And even if you have
She starts making noise, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And
So-
then it attracts all the males, basically.
I wonder how much of a distance she's got on that screech.
Miles.
Gotta be, on it.
Miles.
Yeah. So all the white stripes are attacking, they're jumping on helicopters. I personally think the one guy who did get taken out by loads of them on his chopper should have gone down like a brave, beautiful bastard and just angled his rotor blades down and just fucking chopped through as many as he could until that thing crashed.
They did at one point, didn't they? They
Yeah.
see him jump off the cliff and
They turn,
Yeah.
they're like,
that was
yeah!
fucking awesome.
That was the chopper that got
I was
KO'd,
Yeah.
yeah.
But you
Because he
think,
did that, and then the next minute he got overrun. He's like, oh.
oh man, you fucking beautiful bastard for thinking
Yeah,
of that.
yeah.
The helicopter in films always gets taken down, doesn't it? Because you know it's going to be a good explosion,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah, not many people tend to walk away from helicopter crashes. They're usually quite deadly, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's why I'm petrified of choppers.
Well, anything that you're falling from the sky.
Yeah, but you got that.
I think it's
Aeroplanes,
propeller.
not many survivors, is there?
No, but you've got that spinning blade to just add to it.
Yeah.
I was in a chopper once. It was flying under power lines.
Mm.
Yeah, that wasn't a pleasant experience.
Right.
That's well low.
That is very low, but Army Air Corps lads pride themselves on that.
I've never been in a chopper.
It's not a pleasant experience in all fairness. It's not like flying a plane. It's flying on a plane.
No, I didn't mind it. I've been on like a chopper that's sort of like a bus. Takes you from like the mainland to the small island.
Where'd you go, Jurassic Park?
Yeah. No, I went to Gozo. It's an island off Malta.
Was there an elderly gentleman in a white suit with a cane topped with amber and "Welcome to Jurassic Park"?
Welcome to Goza.
It was a coupon day, wasn't it, Claire?
Yeah. It was good. You cunt. You're saying I'm one of the poor people.
No, but I was
I'm
making a joke
joking.
about the film.
I know, yeah. I'm one of the rich people. Dick.
They do. So they do capture the female alien and get her out of there. And adult Muri, the colonel, and Dan end up on the beach where they get evac. And she says to him, "Look, you left. We were estranged. I was with you when you died." And he's like, "Oh fuck me, that's terrible. Don't like that." She's changing the timeline right there.
Yep.
Admittedly, because he's going to go back with that knowledge, isn't he? Don't think about it, Ben. Just don't think about it.
Don't overthink it.
And then we get to see that awesome oil rig base that's like humanity's last stand kind of thing going on.
I kind of feel they rushed this bit.
Yeah,
7 days he's meant to be there.
I think it's because they had the mother. Oh, so all he's doing is she's trying to develop a toxin, and he's
Yeah.
kind of hanging around helping her, isn't he?
Yeah,
Or
he's
trying
not doing
to.
much, is he?
He's got quite a cushy number, really,
Yeah.
for his draft. I mean, all right, 2 major engagements, but after that, he's just kind of chilling out
Sitting
with
in
your
the lab,
daughter,
yeah.
with you in the lab. Must be nice. Everyone else is getting their fucking arms and legs ripped off, and you're just chilling in the most secure place on earth. or we think it's the most secure place on Earth because it very horribly goes wrong. And you are right, Mike. There's a bit of a time skip in the.
Yeah.
Unless it's because they've got the female, and
I
all
know
the.
she's testing all them things, but does that take 6 days? Does it?
It could do, because there's like 10,000 tests she has to run or something like that.
Well, they'd already been there a good couple of days anyway, because the first day was done. He woke up in hospital.
That might be another day he was unconscious for.
You know what I mean? So that
Still
they
5 days. That he's
yeah, but they could have easily gone 2 or 3 days for that, and then another 3 or 4 days for the rest of it. It skipped a lot.
I just wanted to see some more missions against the aliens. That was the.
Yeah, I
You
get
know?
what you're saying. More of the aliens. Aliens kind of steal this film when they're on
the
screen,
aliens,
don't
the best
they?
thing about it, I think. Yeah.
You say the effects in this film are pretty on point, aren't they? The
Yeah.
aliens look pretty good.
Yeah.
They look sick.
No, there's no fakery looking. It doesn't look fake in any
No.
way, does it?
No.
It looks as real as you can get nowadays. It's
And they were actually
amazing.
firing blank rounds as well. The fire wasn't added CGI. You could tell by the flash.
Much better.
Unless you're Alec Baldwin or a cameraman,
Or,
camera woman, even
or
camera
Bru-
person.
Or Bruce Lee's son.
Oh yeah, yeah. So this oil rig is literally like it's where the time travel machine is, the jump link. It's probably the most secure base on Earth. It's where they're doing all their research. There's a big high walls around it. For some reason, there's a cruise ship just floating around by it, just sailing about. I assume that's for the refugees.
It's like a passenger ship, isn't it? Picking up refugees.
Do you reckon that that's like R&R base, the cruise ship? It's like if you get a weekend off,
Go on there.
you can go on the cruise ship and
nice
have a
pool.
bit of a gamble and a relax and a drink and that, while you just cruise around.
I think they're thinking about that in this sort of
It
time.
was full of people.
Yeah, it was probably just full of refugees, wasn't it? There's 500,000 people left on the planet at this point, so you know there's not many of you, but this is the most. They've got them cool
You think
phalanx.
there's people working on a cruise ship? There's 5.
Everyone's going to have a job at this point.
Well, that's-
You can fight or you can be a steward on the cruise ship.
You're talking. I don't know. 2% of the population fitting on that one cruise ship, so it's handy.
Yeah, but I was thinking like, after everyone goes to fuck,
Yeah.
because you've got to
R&R.
fuck, you've got to have some R&R, you've got to allow some steam.
When there's only 500,000 people left in the world,
You just rotate
you
it through, don't you?
just get naked and fuck whoever walks past you. To be honest, I'd have thought by that point.
I think they're under some kind of law still though on this base.
Meh.
Otherwise, they just put you with the draftees, send you on suicide missions.
And I'm thinking most people would be like, "We're all going to die very soon. Let's fuck."
That's true.
That's how I was thinking of that. I wasn't thinking of like forcibly having sex with people.
Well, you gotta get the population. We're gonna make babies.
All right, Mike.
I'll be my child.
I was just thinking of mass.
Hey baby, we're gonna be dead tomorrow.
I was just thinking of a mass gangbang in the sense that we're all going to be dead soon. So yeah.
Oh, you'd be having some cracking orgies on that cruise ship. Let's face it. Because there'd be no like sexual inhibition going anymore, would there? What's the point? Maybe it's a nudist ship.
We're talking too much about the ship.
I'm just curious. I'm trying to build a world.
Is
You
this,
think
is
it's
it-
filled with Butlins, ex-Butlins people? We're gonna have some entertainment.
God,
aren't
I
we?
hope not. I'd rather die than go to Butlins.
maybe they'll make a spin-off movie with about the cruise ship.
Shit.
I don't know. I reckon there's probably something on Pornhub about it.
The tomorrow ship.
Yeah. You know what? I might just write that movie. Just sell it to some porn company. So, Colonel Muri eventually figures out she gets the right result. She can get a toxin that will kill not only the white spikes but also the females. And just as she finds that out, guess what happens?
Female wakes up.
She wakes up, lets out a shout.
Squealing.
All of a sudden, there's fucking by tens of thousands of these white spike
Yeah.
bastards swimming through the sea.
Proper swarm of the
You've
place,
got
don't they?
helicopters, you've got drones firing cannons into them. Everyone's shooting to the sea. You've even got them really cool phalanx Gatling cannons they have on ships that shoot down missiles.
The goalkeepers.
We call it the goalkeeper in Britain, don't we? But the Americans call it the phalanx. Either way, they're sweet as fuck.
They're amazing.
That's what I'd be asking for, Going back from the past, How many of them have you got? And how many can you make every week? Because just send us them and the ammunition, we'll win this in a fucking day.
Yeah, blast them all.
We'll just put like 10 miles deep worth of them and say, go on then, come at us, fuckers. We've also got air superiority. Why are we losing this war? We've got air superiority.
Yeah.
It is a little bit ridiculous in a way, isn't it?
They are quite primal brained as well, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, they're not as clever as us, are they? Surely.
No.
No, we just got that whole, they're top of the food chain now, haven't we? Haven't they? We can't. None of us could take one of them on in hand to hand. But unless Pete's got his spike.
Not a chance.
Nah.
I'll do jitsu on it. I'll be all right. I got me 8-inch bar,
8-inch metal bar.
8-inch metal bar, and my jitsu. I'll be all right. I'll do some wrist lock on it.
It's got how many hands have you got compared to it though?
Don't worry. The spike will keep its mouth busy. Snap one god, snap the other. There you go. 2 down already.
It's quite a cool scene though. This
Yeah.
very reminiscent of World War Z when the zombies swarm the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I'd seen it some, like, you know.
It just shamelessly borrow this movie, but you know it's taking the best bits of loads of mediocre action films and putting them into one super film.
Yeah.
The female white spike breaks free and attacks, and because the bridge where Murray and Dan have kind of retreated to, trying to make it to the chopper, get to the chopper. No one says it. I'm disappointed actually. No one said get to the chopper.
I'm sure she says get to the chopper.
She may do.
I think she does.
No.
She says to get to the chopper, but not like Arnie.
Though Dan tries to save Murray, he's got the toxin in his hand. He's holding her in one, and she lets go, so she and the female can die in an explosion that's coming up because the cruise ship, presumably because the captain's getting his dick sucked and it's being swarmed by white spikes, crashes into the oil rig whilst on fire. What was one hell of an orgy?
that was some major friction burn, wasn't it?
Yeah. We've got a shortage of lube. Everyone be careful.
Smoking.
And so she kind of falls into the explosion with the female white spike, and Dan at that moment, boom, he's out of there. He's back to the present day. His time ran out. Presumably she knew his time was going to run out at that point.
Yeah.
And you've got the little countdown clock on your arm, haven't you?
It'd be horrible that though. See, watching your daughter die.
Yeah.
Watching your daughter, you know she's dying. Like there's no two ways about it. And then you're just gone.
But then you get back and she's there alive, but 30 years younger.
It does kind of, you can see when he does jump back and he's like, where's the toxin? He goes, we couldn't get out your hand. So the toxin made it back.
Yeah.
Right?
Now all they got to do
But
is
now
fight
he's like,
them.
well, I hope her sacrifice then can't be in vain. But when he gets home and sees little Murray, he's like, he's fucked. You can see, to be fair, it's not a bad performance from Chris Pratt in this movie.
Why doesn't he give the toxin to the government?
You'd think that.
Well, he does actually go, doesn't he, to the... Is it the Defence Secretary, is it?
Later on he does, yeah.
He says, look, we got to find out where these are from in Russia. We've got to get there and find this spacecraft. And he's like, oh, fuck that.
Not doing that.
The world's tearing itself apart. I ain't doing that. I ain't going to
Waste
try and
men and
save the world.
resources
Why
on
would I
that.
bother doing that?
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Yeah, and then later on he takes full credit
He does
for it,
the
which I
cunt.
loved.
Yeah. Typical politician. Typical fucking politician.
So he returns home while talking to Emmy, and he tells her that he met Murray as an adult and worked with her. Now Emmy suggested the aliens didn't arrive in 2048 when the invasion began, but may have been there much earlier. Dan then goes to a bar where he finds Dorian, who's a dude that's done 3 tours and keeps coming back. Got the claw around his neck. Clearly an hard bastard. Only guy with any weaponry sense in the entire squad. Right, taking that big ass shotgun. I'm having that. Taking that. Give everyone that. And he basically says the reason I keep doing it is because I've got terminal cancer. He goes, I'm going to die on my terms. I'm not dying of cancer. I'm going to go out in a blaze of glory. Being a badass. You know, can't argue
Trying
with
to
that.
save the world.
Trying to save the world, damn it. Fucking another guy's name. He comes back, he survives, he hides, doesn't he?
The chunky black guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie, Sam Richardson's the actor's name, the character's Charlie. He's a scientist and he kind of hides, doesn't he? He's like, I made it back, I didn't fight though, I just hid.
Yeah.
Just
Don't blame him. Don't blame him at all.
No, I can't. I mean, he's cut off from the guy. He's mates with Dan, isn't he? And he's like, he knows that Dan's a soldier, or has been a soldier, pretty good soldier. And you're like, I'm going to stick with this dude. And as soon as you lose him, you're like, well, I'm fucked here. I'm a scientist.
What's your best choice of chance of survival?
Yeah, just hide for 7 days somewhere.
Exactly.
Fuck
Bunker
it.
in.
Yeah. He's got a bit of a tragic backstory, actually, because his wife was one of the first draftees out and she didn't come back. So, you know, it's not about, well, he doesn't fucking survive either, then that's tragic. But I guess the timelines change at this point.
Don't think about it.
No, don't think about it. And Dan asks, because Dorian's got the fucking, oh, I lost my train of thought. He's got the white spike claw around his neck. Like, can I have a look at that? And they do a bit of examination on it. There's a flashback to an earlier scene when Dan's teaching class and all the kids are like, hey, what the hell's this? This is crap, we're all going to die anyway. One of the kids is a massive volcano nerd. So they take it to him.
This is stupid.
Yeah, it's a bit of a daft thing, because why would the school just let in 2 random dudes?
Yeah.
Yeah, what does this kid know? I mean,
Well, he's a volcano expert.
He's not there, is he? He's a kid. You go to the volcano.
You go to a proper volcanologist. You would, admittedly. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
trying
what
to
if
track
one of them
down-
is? But if one of them isn't about, you've got to go to your next best source. haven't
Trying
you?
to track one down in short notice, maybe not the best
But
idea.
he's a science teacher himself, isn't he?
Which is why he had access to the school.
But
He's a
doesn't he
biology teacher, technically, so he doesn't.
know- Oh, okay, not.
But that's what gave him access to the school. Because he was
Yeah.
a teacher there
Yeah.
until he got drafted.
Yeah.
So they're going to welcome him back, aren't they?
Yeah, especially
So,
unhurt. They
yeah.
haven't got to put any wheelchair access ramps in for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, thank God you're okay. We couldn't afford the ramps.
No, it's great. No, if you knew that you
just laugh
knew
at that.
somebody, you were like, well, I know a fucking absolute geek. He's like the most knowledgeable person on volcanoes in the world. It's got volcanic ash on it. Let's go and test it. Let's go see what he can.
Yeah, and they do
Tell
test
us.
it, and it's got this specific type of ash on it, hasn't
Yeah.
it? Which could have only have come from a specific volcanic eruption in a 948 AD
In China somewhere.
in
wasn't
China, and that's how and then there's the ash spread, and that. So we think that their ship crashed in the Russian wilderness in about at least before 948 AD. So it's covered by layers of ice, which is why no one finds it. And guess what? This movie gets a subtle environmental kick to the guts for you, because it's global warming that's caused these fuckers to thaw out.
it?
Yeah.
This is what'll happen, people, if you don't stop global warming. Buried aliens in the ice will kill us fucking all.
That isn't enough to stop global warming. I don't know what is.
Yeah. So Dan, Charlie and Dorian attempt to get help from the government higher up, the Secretary of Defence, who's like, come on, give us some soldiers, give us the equipment, send us to... What you got to lose? You want to stop the war here? He's like, nope, won't stand itself apart,
I can't be arsed.
can't be arsed, I've got other shit to do. I'm a busy man, get out of here, you bum. So they go to James, and obviously he's back to Dan's dad, James, who's just like, yeah, I'll do it, fuck it. I've got a fucking helicopter,
So,
jet skis,
yeah.
I've got an expendable setup here, mate. And I've got my Flash Desert Eagle .50, which he mentions earlier and comes in. This is what I'm saying, give everyone a .50.
Yeah,
Give
just-
everyone a Desert Eagle.
Yeah, give them all a deagle. You're done.
Yeah.
And the Russians definitely won't spot us in their airspace.
No, they will not. Although, I like to think that Mr. Expendable, James Expendable, can fly underneath the radar.
Clearly, what he did
But you're right, you still got to land somewhere.
on the ice. Duh.
Yeah, the Russians don't bat an eyelid about a plane coming from America uninvited into their airspace.
Nah, I don't give a shit.
Then
man.
again, the war's tearing itself apart, fuck it. Don't think about it, guys.
Don't think about it.
Don't think about it. They find the crashed ship, and it's weird because it's almost like the White Spikes weren't flying the ship. They're almost like the xenomorph in this respect, from Aliens. They're kind of like a
were the
planet cleanser.
Yeah, they were the passengers, weren't
The cargo.
they? The cargo.
Yeah, they're like a weapon. You release them onto a planet, they kill everything. It kind of sucks.
But then, like, what do you do then? Well, then you're going to go on the planet and kill all them.
No, you just glass the planet
Why
from
you done in the
orbit.
first place then?
It's more fun to release the White Spikes.
You got to wait 3 years or so then for them to conquer the planet.
Just,
to
yeah,
die.
maybe it's for reality TV show purposes.
Maybe they send down bigger beasts that are going to kill the white spikes.
And then they get an even bigger beast.
Yeah.
Until there's just
Kill them.
one giant beast that you can just shoot in the head with a space rocket.
Yeah. Or wait till the winter till it freezes to death.
Yeah, whatever's good, really. Yeah. And maybe it's
Well,
like
they're starved out.
starved out when they run out of
Yeah.
food. There you go.
You've got to wait generations for that, though, haven't you? Probably.
Oh, I don't know. There's 3 years. There's nearly had the human race. I mean, how long they're going to last? Once all the animals are presumably gone as well, because they're just killing us, aren't they?
Well,
Elephants are gone. Rhinos are gone.
You
Dogs,
see-
cats.
You see them chasing down the horses, don't you?
Yeah. Horses are gone. There's no more horses. It's tragic.
Certainly in the herd we saw, definitely none left.
I'd be really upset about the elephants.
You'd like to think an elephant could put up a bit of a fight against one.
I don't know, mate. They're barreling Humvees over. They're certainly going to rock an elephant.
Maybe one, but not if there's a pack of them.
No, but you'd like to think they maybe squish one or two of them.
I'm just hoping there was 2 elephants on that oil rig.
Hmm.
And some penguins.
Wonder what would happen if a rhino charged one?
You know what? I want to see it.
Because you can guarantee a rhino against a Humvee would probably have similar effect.
Yeah, definitely.
I think they'd smash it up, but then, you know, if
They'd
the
just get
2
eaten
white
and
spikes,
spiked.
yeah.
And
Let's face it, they'll probably be extinct by then.
it's a good point.
Yeah, they are gone. So they find the white spikes are cargo on this alien ship, and they start like, because there's not that many of them to start with. There's probably not a great deal of them. It doesn't give really indications of the number, but they're all sitting in like suspended animation in these gel sacks, and they start jabbing the toxin into them. Sad thing is, they eventually wake up.
Well, that's the others, isn't it?
Alerts the others, but the toxin works. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
These things are fucking dissolving.
Hell of a toxin, isn't it?
Whoa, absolutely. I suppose it's basically a liquid. Well, not a liquefy because some of them are liquid anyway, but a concentrated nerve agent, isn't it? Straight into the bloodstream.
They
Not-
just start to melt, don't they?
Yeah,
It's
which
not
is what
nice.
certain chemical agents, and nerve agents,
Yeah.
will do to you.
Not a nice thing.
Oh God, no! Stop! You don't want to go dancing the funky chicken, do you? Or dissolving. Yeesh. So they wake up and begin to attack after an intense battle. Dorian, who's got the terminal cancer, remember, says, "Oh fuck this! I'm going out now. I want to go out." They've been planting C4 all around the ship, and he's got the detonator. Motherfuckers! Is what's your death scream? I'm just going to scream motherfuckers.
Never thought about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Have it.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Earth!
Oh yeah, welcome to Earth. Well, that's more of a punchy alien one, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it is a good one though. It's like, no, I'd be like that. Welcome to England. That's what I'd say.
I would have sent in a load of Millwall supporters,
Yeah,
just bare-chested into the Russian snow, and Geordies, and just sent a load of Millwall football hooligans into there, and right, get down in that ship and sort these aliens out for us. And they're all standing there, come on, have a go if you think you're hard enough. And then they just all get eaten. I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
yeah.
Isn't that Attack the Block?
It could be.
Chavs versus aliens.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
It's not
yeah.
a bad film.
It's all right. It's all right. It's got the
Surprise-
chap in from Star Wars, hasn't it?
Yeah, surprising film.
Yes. So he just tells you, I'm going to fucking take out all these bastards, but only the female escapes, and she goes after Dan and James. They attempt to inject her with the poison, but she bites her own arm off to prevent it spreading, so she's got the brains in this community, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Luckily, they did plant lots of C4 around the ship,
They did.
and the dude stays behind.
Yeah, Dorian
mentioned
blasted, yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You must have said it so quick. It just kind of like
That was my
Pushed
death
past.
stream, that was led me onto the death stream.
right with you.
It's quite a cool little fight scene, this,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, it is.
Because his dad's actually not bad with a sniper rifle, and Charlie does actually fight this time. He kills a white spike with a fucking circular saw,
Yeah,
completely
yeah.
by accident, because he forgets to load his gun,
Yeah.
which is a bit of a rookie error, especially when you've got a seasoned soldier next to you. Thought, if I was like him, he calls him Conspiracy Santa as well, which is fantastic. I love that. James, the Vietnam veteran mercenary dude, I'd be like, you've never fired a rifle before, have you? I'm just going to check your rifle for you to make sure you've done everything right.
Yeah. You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah. But he's taking him out with a fucking... See, he's got the right idea. He's got like a proper battle rifle round. He's sniping the fuckers as well, which is kind of cool. I like that. So I know what you did in Vietnam, mate, and what you've been doing for the last 30 years. They actually do employ Pete's tactic of ramming I think it's like an ice axe into its mouth to hold the mouth open and stab it up through the jaw.
Yeah.
So similar idea to yours, Pete. They might have ripped you off.
I know, bastards.
But yeah,
I'll let them.
James has his .50 out, shooting it in the fucking face. It's still this thing's fucking unkillable until they finally get the virus into its gob, its open mouth, and inject it straight down its gullet.
Kick it off a cliff.
And kick it off a cliff. Or doesn't it sort of stumble? Anyway, it lands with a fucking splatter.
Oh yeah, it completely splats. It's definitely not coming back.
It ain't no coming back. He ain't never coming back.
But what I liked about that little scene was where it bit its arm off, showed its intelligence.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you kind of go through the film thinking they're just some kind of vicious beast. But I think at that point you're like, oh shit, she ain't fucking stupid.
No, I actually felt a little bit sorry for her.
Fuck me, Mike.
It's the last of her species.
She's gonna kill everybody if she survives. What you want?
Put her in a zoo.
Oh yeah. That's a good idea. Mike, alright guys, would you put the mother alien from Aliens in a zoo?
Yeah.
You fucking lunatic, you know that's gonna go wrong.
I'd freeze her up.
Cryogenic, yeah, but you don't want it waking up, do you?
No.
I mean, they were pumping her full of like a ridiculous amount of sedative every hour just to keep her in the cage.
When you think about it, she's probably been abducted from her home world, put into suspended animation, wake up and these crazy aliens are trying to kill her. She's done nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what they go on to do though, isn't it, Mike?
I'm just saying, a little bit
In
of
that
me did
scenario,
feel sorry.
you're
for
spot on though.
her. Yeah.
She's just woke up from a deep sleep. Some guys are shooting her. She's like, what the fuck?
Tries to
Run
run.
outside. They start shooting at her again.
They kill all her children.
Yeah.
Mm.
In a weird way. Oh.
Yeah.
Are you all insane?
The film on the alien side's a bit rough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a bit after the bit they're wiping out the human race
Well,
just
they're
because
just
we're
doing-
here.
They're just doing what they do naturally.
Oh, great! So they're supplanted up as if there's a species ever turns up on this planet that could
Akin to
supplant.
Bambi, I think.
That could, so what you're telling me, if a species ever rocks up on this planet or evolves into something that could knock humanity off top of the food chain, you'd be like, let's put it in a zoo.
Yep.
You're insane. I don't want to live in your world. I don't want to die.
What can go wrong?
Everything can go wrong. Oh, we're going to breed the white spike queen. There's only one of them. We're going to have some more. Oh, all of a sudden there's fucking 10,000 of the bastards.
I bet they're cute when they're little babies.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, you start selling the plushes. Christmas is coming, Mike.
I
Get
want
on
one
that
as a
idea. I don't think they're going to make miniature ones. Imagine if they did, though. None of the neighbourhood cats would survive, would they? You're not domesticating white spikes. It's not going to happen. You're insane.
Alright. Seriously though, I did feel a little bit sorry for it.
And that
There was a portion of me.
it never even crossed my mind about that thought point.
Yeah, you didn't look at it from her point of view.
He's not
Yeah.
an empath, is he?
Nope.
Definitely not an empath.
No, I'm a stoic. I see a problem and solve it. Problem: deadly alien species can wipe out humanity. Solution:
Splat.
kill it dead. Use my mastery of semi-automatic weapons and kill it dead. Or kill it with fire. I'd have nuked cities to stop these fucking things.
Kill it with fire, man.
You know, if I could lure them all into a city, leave a load of cattle there or something, try and lure them in, or capture the female, stick her in the middle of the city, lure them all in,
Boom.
it's ward, just fucking nuke the damn thing.
That would have been like nicking it straight off Godzilla now, wouldn't it? With the fish.
The fish, which Godzilla are we talking about? Because they all kind of, I've seen a few of them and they all kind of blur into one a little bit. Apart from the ones where he fights Mothra.
No, the one where they get the fish and they try and take down Godzilla.
Oh
and
yeah, it's one of the earlier ones, isn't it?
One
That's
with
The
the one.
90s one.
Yeah, the 90s.
Oh
one.
yeah, the one.
That's-
Yeah, my dad's in that movie.
He is.
Well, there's a
Oh.
bloke that looks like my dad. Like, he's the spitter, my dad. For
The
that
General,
time,
isn't
like
it?
1997, that movie came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the spitter, my dad from 1997.
98, I think.
No, it's either.
Yeah.
And the guy from Leon's in that movie.
Yeah.
The French guy.
Yeah.
And who can't forget Ferris Bueller?
Oh shit, he's in that as well, isn't he?
The main
Fuck.
fucking
Yeah,
dude.
he is. Yeah.
I've never seen that
Worm
film,
guy.
I've never seen
Never
Ferris
seen
Bueller's
it?
Day Off.
No.
No.
Oh, you need shooting. Oh, that's one of our next movie choices.
Yeah,
Seen
it's
it.
mine.
It's meant to be a classic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great.
Never got around to watching it.
Yeah, definitely one of the next movie choices
So to announce that Blackburn Rovers are 1-0 up
for now.
for now. So back to the end of the film. They've won.
Mm.
The defence secretary says it was all his idea. He financed it, he authorised it, he did everything, and I knew it was the right thing to do because now we haven't got to fight this fucking war. Great.
Shouldn't have sent all them people now, should we really?
No, we should have thought a bit more about this whole thing.
Oh fuck.
So this is the problem. They reached out to the Americans first. Shoot first, questions later. Always been their mentality, always will be. And this, look where it winds you up.
They do have that reputation, don't they?
Drop down in England, because we will have a debate about it. We will talk about
We'll
it.
do
in the
nothing
comments.
though. That's the problem.
Yeah, but hopefully, in the meantime, whilst it's being debated, some genius will go, hold on. Let's find out where it was.
Hang on, some boffin
Wait for
or
them.
an egghead.
Wait for them and destroy them when they land. Oh, but they don't land. We think they were there first. Oh, okay, well, where then? Let's go find it. Let's dig the bastards up.
You'd think we'd be doing some kind of prep.
They know Russia, they know the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we were talking, because they didn't know that initially, though, did they? They didn't know initially that there was no aircraft spotted or anything like that. They had no idea.
But they know
until,
that it first occurred 2048
Yeah.
in Russia. That was the first sight of them.
yeah.
You've just got to turn around to the Russians and say, look, we're going to nuke your wilderness just to make sure. Sorry. You can nuke it yourself if you want.
Yeah.
We're not bothered. But we're going to nuke it. It seems
One
fair.
of us is nuking it.
Can we fire one at least?
Why nuke it? Why not just like dig down and kill them one by one? You know.
Either way.
Yeah, but if they do get out and we fuck it up, I suppose you just get Russia's never like the entire world's armed forces onto their soil, are they?
Well, they definitely did it the right way, didn't they? They snuck in,
Yeah,
did it under radar, supposedly. Yeah.
that's it. So the news spreads that the war's been prevented, and Dan goes home with James and he introduces him to the family. It's a nice, happy, wrapped up ending.
Yep.
Although
A nice little boat.
there's talk about a sequel.
That'll be the next chapter when they'll be like level 2 and something like some different.
See, I was
aliens.
thinking about 5 minutes ago, how can there be a sequel? And I thought, well, an easy way for there to be a sequel is, it wasn't the only ship that crashed.
Yeah.
There was a ship about 12 miles up the road that hadn't thawed for another 12 years. So in 2062...
Or them aliens who are transporting them
Yeah,
things
that's what I was
around
thinking.
rock up,
Yeah.
and we have an Independence Day style scenario, ground war.
Took
Or-
a long time to get there, didn't it?
Yeah, space
Or
travel's difficult.
3,000 years? Or whatever.
Space
Go on,
is big.
Claire.
Oh yeah, they've got a whole different species or an upgraded version.
Yeah, upgraded.
Maybe these things are genetically engineered to
Yeah.
be the perfect killers.
Maybe these are like not 6 feet.
Take
Sounds a bit alien-like
Like the
that,
xenomorph.
doesn't it?
Go on,
Yeah,
Claire.
yeah, xenomorph. That's exactly where I was
They're
going.
like 60 feet tall.
Yeah.
Oh man, then we have to make giant robots to fight them.
Yeah.
Pacific Rim?
Yeah! Oh, this is just a prequel to Pacific Rim, isn't it? You know what? I actually really like Pacific Rim.
First one.
The first one's fantastic, I love it. It gets a bit shit towards the end. It starts great, and it gets progressively a bit worse as the movie goes on, until the end is a bit like, But, I still love it. And I love this. I love this movie. I'll give it a
I was going to
7.1.
say scores
Yeah.
then next, isn't it?
Yeah, 7.1.
7.1
Happily.
for me, yeah.
We did that at the start, yeah.
Yeah, but it was...
Recap.
What
People
did you
might have
go for?
forgotten.
I didn't give my score.
I
No.
don't know if I give us a score.
You didn't, no?
You didn't. We didn't. We saved it for
Oh,
later.
it's a solid 7, I would say.
It kept you awake. You didn't
Kept
fall
me
asleep.
awake. Snooze factor great.
I'm gonna say, I thought it was better than a 7.1.
Ooh.
I thought it was a 7.2.
Oh, well, fucking hell. Alright.
No, genuinely, I was thinking 7.5. I was thinking around that kind
I
of
would
mark.
give it a 7.5 if
But-
it didn't have gaping plot holes.
But with the highlighting of all the plot holes that I hadn't
Yeah.
really thought
And
about watching the film.
That's because it tricks you into not thinking about them.
Because, well, I
Yeah.
never do. I always take films with its artistic license. 'Cause
Yeah.
you won't enjoy hardly any film unless you do that. So I always take them at.
Yeah.
I
Long as
enjoyed
it-
the
long as
film
it
for the
doesn't-
for the action,
Take the
really
piss.
really good CGI, and the pretty good acting as well. I liked the
Yeah.
acting. There was
Yeah.
no actor within that film that made me go, ugh, fucking hammed that one, didn't he?
Some of the dialogue was a bit wooden and a bit dodgy.
You can't help the dialogue as an actor, can you?
No.
But-
You
Gotta
do the
work
best
with what
what
you're
you've
given.
got,
Yeah, and they all work well with what they had.
Yeah, I thought it was decent. I enjoyed it. I mean, the thing is, I like that kind of movie. You know,
Yeah.
just explosions, gunfire. I haven't got to think too much about the plot. Escapism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just good action. That's what I
It's a
liked
good
about
fun
it.
film.
It should have been made in the early 90s. This is an early 90s kind of
Very
action
much-
film.
Oh,
Wouldn't have
go
looked
back
as
to that
good.
era, innit? Yeah.
Hmm?
Wouldn't have looked as good.
No, we wouldn't have, but still. Just a quick question. I was watching this movie. Which sci-fi alien from movies wouldn't you like to face off against, either an Earth invasion or as part of a group? Because I'm still down with the xenomorph as my worst one I'd like to face.
Ooh.
Good question. These are up there.
These are definitely up there.
Yeah, they're brutal, aren't they?
Yeah.
A xenomorph would fuck it up, though, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the acid for blood had just finished. Even if it killed it, it's dying.
It'd have the
because
last
blood's-
laugh.
Yeah.
And the Queen Alien's better than their female.
Oh, the
Fuck
Queen
off.
Alien smashed the shit out of that female white spike. Still the one I wouldn't like to face, but they're both kind of similar.
Predator's up there.
But you just haven't got to be armed for Predator.
I'd say Predator.
Drop your weapon and put your hands
See,
up.
Predator can be reasoned with.
Yeah, true.
Semi-friendly.
Mm.
So, if you're a dick, you're fucked.
As soon as you know there's a Predator about, drop your
Oh.
weapon and just walk
Oh,
around.
my mate, it's the Thing, isn't it?
Oh, the Thing,
You don't know
yeah.
who the fuck it is.
Yeah, true.
It's got to be the Thing.
But there's a
Well,
planet
the
ending.
Blob's a bit of a bastard as well.
There's a
The
Human-
Blob was a
human-
nasty one when I
Yeah.
was a kid. I didn't like that one.
Well,
I liked it, but
yeah.
scared me.
It's in the remake, the 80s.
Yeah,
I have
think
seen
I've
the
seen them all,
80s
to be
remake.
honest. I've seen every
Well,
one of them.
there's the Steve.
There's the
what's
very
his
old
name?
one, the black and white one. Steve Austin, no.
No, Stone Cold Steve Austin
No,
smashed the
Steve
shit out of the
Austin.
Blob.
He was in Bullet and
Steve McQueen.
yeah, Steve
Steve
McQueen.
McQueen.
I was hoping for Stone Cold now. So, oh my god, it's the steel chair! It's a stunner! It's
It was in the 50s. So
stunner to the blob!
definitely wasn't him.
That's the first one I watched. I watched that.
I've never seen that one, but
Yeah,
I've seen the remake in the 80s. It's good.
it's the one I saw originally, and then I watched the remake
Yeah,
a
it's
few
good.
years
Right.
later. But yeah, the original's
Yeah, no,
better.
the Thing then for me, that's it's got to be.
Yeah, that is one of the. I'm still going for Xenomorph.
See,
I think is the one I'd least like to fight.
Critters for me.
You know what? Wouldn't be too keen on Gremlins if I'm on my own. You know, with limited weaponry, and there's a building full of Gremlins. I'm die-hard in it.
One gremlin you can take.
One
right?
Gremlin, yeah. And let's face it, I'm just kicking fuck out of Gizmo.
And that's the same with critters, though. One
That's
critter,
amazing.
no problem.
yeah, but solving the problem, aren't I?
50,
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
So critters, they're quite nasty as well.
Yeah.
Especially when they roll into a ball and just fucking like dice anything they roll over.
It's an issue.
I loved that film. The original one was fucking brilliant.
I think I watched that as a teenager. Christ, it's been
Yeah,
a while.
Yeah, same here.
I think
I'd love to watch that again actually, because I haven't seen it for many years.
I think humanity is always going to be most scared of something that we can't, like like Pete said, can't reason with. So
Yeah.
irradiating, something that's just doing it through natural, primal sort of.
Yeah.
What's the word?
Instinct.
Instinct.
I am going to say Predator would be up there in the most formidable.
Oh yeah, you ain't taking a Predator on hand to hand, not unless you're Arnie or Danny Glover.
Well, even then, Danny Glover's got a weapon, hasn't he?
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
He tours himself up to
And
him.
Arnie gets his ass kicked.
He
If
does.
Arnie can't take him, then
Who can?
yeah.
The thing is, the way I look at it is, they were uber intelligent, fucking well equipped, physically and mechanically and weaponry,
technologically.
technologically,
Yeah.
technologically.
It's
That's
hard
a
to
new
say.
word. Yeah, technologically. Yeah, I think as far as formidable, they're number one,
Yeah.
and they have fun killing xenomorphs.
Yeah, it is
You
their
know what I
trophy
mean?
sport,
That's
isn't
their-
it? Yeah.
So
If they're R&R.
we've gone with them as one
Yeah.
of the most fucking scary, dangerous. Yet they make fun of that.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, like, the Predators only hunt for sport, don't they? So it's like, I drop my rifle and just sit in the corner.
Yes,
It's probably not going to kill me because I'm no sport.
that's what makes them the least scariest. I think the least scariest out of all of them, but the most formidable.
Yeah. True. I still go with it. I still wouldn't like to go to xenomorph, an alien.
No, I'm with you on that.
Or one of these fuckers.
Because you're just like, I might kill it, I might get lucky, but then the acid splash is going to get me.
I think these are up there though,
Yeah.
with xenomorphs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, babe.
I think,
This is the
I think
numbers.
this is very. Yeah,
It's the numbers, isn't it?
It's not even the numbers, mate. They're the size of a fucking. They're the size of a bloody rhino, built like a rhino with big teeth.
Yeah, they're going to rip you
spike
apart.
guns.
Natural spike guns.
Anyway,
Yeah. Well, that's the end of that. I think we can all agree we enjoyed it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Worth the watch, guys.
Yeah, definitely. We Cutting through the bull approved. So I've been Ben. Thanks for listening. Don't drink the flavour aid. Don't join a cult. Until next time.
I've been Mike, thanks for listening. Peace out. May the force be with you.
I've been Claire. Thanks for listening. Keep an open mind and not so open that it spills out your ears.
No, I've been Pete. Everybody have a nice week. Take care.